Hey y'all. Happy Thursday. It's your girl Positively V and I'm back with another video. Today I will be reviewing Married at First Sight, season 15, episode 12-ish or whatever. I say ish because I'm not really sure exactly what episode it is, but I will have it on the video title. Ashy, you know how I do. I gotta put some lotion. I wash my hands a lot, as we all should be. Um, so I'm constantly also putting lotion on my hands to make sure that they don't dry out from all the washing, because things like that be happening. But anyways, let's jump right into it. This was I would say a really good episode. It was very full of a lot. I'm gonna start with Justin and Alexis. They met with Dr. Franklin, not Dr. Franklin, Devon Franklin, Pastor Franklin, I think, to be exact. But they met with him, and it seemed like it was a really good visit. I think he was able to provide some insight that Justin could walk away with because, this whole club thing. I know I said in my last video that I don't understand the big deal, and I still don't understand the big deal. It's once a week, and she say 2 hours, 2 hours once a week. I don't get it. The only way I would get it, like I said, was if they're not spending time together. Then that 2 hours is, magnified and amplified, and now I got a problem with them 2 hours. But Pastor Franklin, he pointed out that when she goes out, she feels free. Alexis feels free. She feels the opposite of what she feels in her marriage, which she said in her marriage she feels smothered. She feels like he's trying to control her and stop her from doing the things she wants to do. And he was like, Justin said that was an aha moment because he didn't think that he was showing up as controlling, but obviously he is. So for me, I was like, I thought that was really good that that was pointed out because her going out isn't like her rejecting Justin. She just needs to go out. Like she needs that for her, and I don't see the problem. Um, I don't know if I let me just talk about each couple because I think if I go in order of the episode, it'll get a little confusing. What I don't like about Alexis is I feel like for Justin, when she speaks to him, a lot of times she speaks like it's like she's talking in circles to the point where they just keep going back and forth. They don't have very clear and direct communication, in my opinion. Even though Alexis feels like she's this real direct girl and she say exactly how she feels, I disagree. I think she talks around a lot of things. I think that I still she still very much so confuses me because I just don't think she's speaking as directly and as honestly and as transparently as she could. That's what I think. And then I think when they was all sitting around the pool, and then Alexis decides to ask Mitch directly about his concerns with how Kristen dresses and the type of makeup she wears, I thought that she was totally out of line. Even though, they're in a group setting, I'm just like, girl, you don't know where they're at with that. And that's just like, it's almost like you're trying to put him on Front Street. And Kristen, like, think about Kristen in that moment. She don't want everybody to hear how he feels about her appearance. Like it's one thing if the experts are asking that type of question, or you know how sometimes the experts give them like little boxes of questions and stuff like that, and that question happens to come up. But it's like Alexis, it always seems like you're butting into other couples' relationships and digging for things. Dig in Justin backyard. Don't dig over there where Mitch at because Kristen can dig on her own. That's how I feel about that. especially after the whole Ben and Morgan thing, which I still feel like that situation could have been resolved very easily by just forgiveness and grace and accountability. So let me move on over to them. Do I have anything else I need to say about Alexis and Justin? And Justin, not really. Do I think they're gonna last? I don't think so. I think that Alexis wants someone who is more masculine, someone who is more assertive, someone who takes more of the lead. And I think that Justin very much so leads with his emotions. He's very emotional, which is not a problem. But it's also like, okay, when you feel these emotions, are you acting out of the emotions or are you thinking logically and moving with logic? Because for me, I would have to say that I believe I'm a very emotional, not I believe, I'm very emotional. I am very emotional. Like things that would make me cry or, make me tear up. A lot of people are unmoved by it, right? So I am very emotional. But as I've grown, as I've, been in therapy, as I become more self-aware, I know that I can't just go based off my emotions. I have to take time. I've told you guys this before, I'm a processor. I have to take time to process what I'm feeling and what I'm thinking before I can actually speak it. And I think that me taking that route, I have seen great success in it. Great success. Because emotions are, they can change. You know what I'm saying? What you feel about something can change very quickly. Um, so I don't like to just have an emotion, have a feeling about that emotion, and then just speak it. No, I'm going to process it. And if I truly feel that way, then I will express it. Um, so since I brought up Morgan and Ben, let's go to Morgan and Ben. They decided to call it quits. I think that Morgan doesn't know how to forgive. I think that Morgan, and I know people like this. Let me say this. I know people like this. That shit is. Well, I'm not I know people like this, okay? Don't know how to forgive, don't know how to move forward, don't know how to provide a person with grace, don't know how to address the issue, you know, allow the space for accountability, and then forgive and move forward. If you are in a relationship currently or desire to be in a relationship in the future, you have to learn how to forgive. You have to. This was, in my opinion, like the experts at times would say they understand Morgan's standpoint. I personally do not understand her standpoint. I get that she may have felt betrayed. When I say I get, it's like I can see the betrayal, but I don't feel like if I were in that position, I would feel the same way. That's what I mean when I say I get it. I get that she may have felt betrayed. I get that, Ben lied to her when she confronted him and said, I know you've been talking about me. But to me, in my opinion, when a person thinks that you have no idea about this said thing, right? And then you out of nowhere say, oh, I know you've been doing this, you better come clean. I just think it's human nature to not come clean in that moment. And when he did eventually come clean, I feel like you can forgive that. I feel like you can understand the what and why behind why he did that or the corner he may have felt he was pushed in, and you can forgive him. If you can't forgive this, imagine the things that can come up in a relationship that you'll definitely wouldn't be able to forgive. You know what I'm saying? Like to me, this was something super small that could have been easily forgiven. or forgiving with some work. You have to be open to forgive, um, open to allowing someone to make it right. Like, give him a chance. And then on the flip side, Ben, it wasn't as if he wasn't unaccountable. You know what I'm saying? He did what I think he should have done, which was go inward, right? And see where he went wrong. What could he have done better? And I think what was missing from this equation is the fact that Morgan did not go inward. She pointed at Ben. It was all Ben's fault. Morgan did nothing wrong. She perfect, No, Morgan should have gone inward as well to see what she could have done better because Ben was scared to talk to her. Ben said he was scared to talk to her, so she should have made it, you know, more open so that he could have felt more comfortable coming to her versus going to Justin. So it was kind of sad to see that. I think we all saw it coming or whatever. We all saw it coming. It was inevitable because she was not willing. But it is what it is. They getting a divorce. Um, Next couple, Mitch and Kristen. I thought that they were on the path to like really getting it right. And I have my coffee here since it is early in the morning. Let me show y'all my cup. I don't think you'll be able to see the letters on the cup just because I'm on the front camera mode. Oh, you see my lipstick. But it says more self love. You can never have too much self love, honey. And speaking of self love, when Pastor Franklin came back, when they were all sitting around the pool, and he said to Justin, he thinks this season in his life is causing for him to step up. I agree. He got to step up, he got to lean into the fear, and he got to love on himself more so that he's not looking to Alexis as like a temperature reader on whether he should touch her hand or flirt with her or try to initiate sex. Like, Justin, you're the man, and she's telling you she needs that. You gotta lean in. More self-love is what Justin needs. Okay, he needs it. But yes, I'm drinking coffee. I do use creamer because I mean I like no black coffee. Me can't drink that. My mom drinks black coffee only. She don't put nothing in it. I can't do that. It's too bitter for me. It's too bitter. But so Mitch and Kristen, I think that they, for the most part, communicate really good. I think that they are direct. They say exactly what it is. Um, I don't think they're like talking in circles. I think they're pretty direct. At the beginning of the episode, I was just like, "Oh, their communication is amazing." That's what I said. But I don't know, Mitch. I don't know what he's going through. I get that he thinks that Kristen looks better without makeup. So when she doesn't wear makeup, Mitch, enjoy it. Because when it comes to a woman and her body, her body, her choice with everything, okay? Whether it's abortion, whether I'm gonna have this baby, whether I'm gonna wear makeup or not. Me personally, I'm both. I prefer to be natural, but I also like to wear makeup. Lip gloss, lipstick, lashes, filling in my eyebrows. Like, we girls, we like to do that. And you as a man, you have no say so at all. None. So the fact that he asked her sister that, I was just like, as soon as he said it, I just knew it wasn't going to be good. And his sister checked him right there on the phone. Like, she chooses what she does with her body. And in addition to that, she's already been super insecure because of what you said to her at the beginning of the season. So she's already like questioning herself. Like, no, if she want to wear makeup sometimes, a little bit of makeup sometimes, she could do that. I thought that was crazy. I couldn't believe he said it when it was around the pool. And Kristen was like, she's done. I was shocked, but then at the same time, I understand because although she kept it really cool throughout the season, her response and reaction to him saying he wasn't attracted to her was very like mature and buttoned up and secure. I would even use that word. Like it was very secure. Like she didn't seem as though she was questioning herself and having insecurities pop up. It did not seem that way to me, but it seems now from what she was saying to, I think she spoke to Lindy about it before it came out in the group. So it seems like she has been questioning herself. And, Mitch has to be held accountable for that because he didn't have to tell that lady he wasn't attracted to her at the beginning. It was what, day 3, day 2? He could have just waited with his mouth closed. Okay? Be open to the process. Attraction can grow on both sides. Okay? So her being done, I get it. Um, Dr. Pepper had asked her in terms of like the whole caring about the world and the environment thing. Is that something she can get over because that's who he is? And she says she don't know. And that's what she's trying to figure out now. I don't know if they're going to make it. I think Kristen has gotten to a point where her tolerance for him is very low. She like, I don't know if I could do that. Um, and yeah, only time will tell. I think with them. I think Kristen is beautiful. I think Mitch is tripping. That's what I think. She's beautiful and he's tripping. And she got a nice personality. She's kind. I think he tripping. Who else? Because I wanted to leave Miguel and Lizzie for last. Okay, Sasha and Nate. I like them. I like Sasha and Nate. I think they could work, right? And I think that they like each other. I think love will get there. Sasha, just chill out, girl. Just wait. Everybody don't fall in love quick. Everybody don't fall in love quick. Try to pay attention to his actions versus the words that are coming out of his mouth right now. If he's never said it, then that means he gotta be sure before he said it. And you just have to be patient. You have to be patient. It's gonna come. Pay attention to the things that he does, how he makes you feel, you know, how you feel when you're not with him physically, like in the same room, like how you feel. Pay attention to those things. Pay attention if there's any red flags. Not saying I love you in the first 5 weeks is not a red flag. Actually, in some instances, some would say if you do say it, it could be a red flag. So, girl, chill out. Just stop trying to judge the relationship based off of like your past or an unrealistic expectation of what love or a loving relationship looks like. Just enjoy the ride. I feel like when you embark on a relationship looking for love, like there is the potential to get hurt, and you can't control that. You cannot control that, Stasha. Like you have to be open and willing to get hurt, unfortunately. And you can't control it, girl. You can't. You gotta let go of that control because you can't. Only thing you can control is yourself, and you have to put the energy into you. That's it. Um, Now when they were sitting down talking to, I think, Pastor Cal, and And Sasha said that she cheated 10 years ago. Oh, yeah, I did cheat. I cheated 10 years ago. Nate's reaction, I knew he wasn't with it. I knew he wasn't with it. I was like, oh my God. But I think he's tripping. Like, you cannot judge somebody for something they did 10 years ago. I also don't even think you can judge somebody for something they did 2 years ago. Like, everybody grows and learns and changes. What I think you should focus on is finding out what they learned from that situation, finding out where they are currently as a result of that situation. Now, if you, through those conversations, find that they haven't learned, they haven't grown, they haven't progressed from that season in their life, then you can be concerned. But 10 years ago, no, that's a decade. That's a long time ago. She's not the same person. So to me, him being concerned about that, that displayed that he has some insecurities as well. And that could be the reason why he's like not saying I love you yet. So they both have, I feel like, these insecurities that they're coming into the relationship with that they both need to heal from. So him choosing to start therapy, I think, is an amazing thing. And I think that it will not only help him as an individual, but it'll also help their relationship together. But I like them together. You can tell they like each other. I think when they were with Pastor Cal, he said something about their sex life. He said it was he said it was embarrassing because of everything they did on the show. On the episode where they gave them like that sex swing and stuff. I thought they definitely went in when Nate grabbed that blanket and went under Sasha. I was like, oh, they showing us a lot. So I thought they definitely went in. It was to me, it was cute to watch. It was cute to watch. And it seems like they're having a lot of sex, which is always great, right? So I'm happy for them. Kudos to them. They having them some fun. Um, she don't know. Yeah, I said they both don't know how to trust. I'm just, looking at my little notes or whatever. They both don't know how to trust. They gotta heal. They gonna do that. I think they gonna work, and I like them together. So, last but not least, let's talk about Miguel and Lindy. Listen, I really like Miguel. I think Miguel is very level-headed. He seems very centered. He seems very thoughtful. He seems like a processor, right? Y'all know my little term, a processor. Uh, he doesn't seem emotionless. It seems like he has emotions. He's in touch with his emotions. Um, but he does seem very like secure, very aware of himself, very aware of what he likes and doesn't like, wants and doesn't want. Um, and I like that for him. Self awareness can be a very powerful tool in navigating life, right? Because if you go around constantly pointing the finger at other people, whether they've done you wrong or not, people are going to do you wrong. But the saying, it takes two to tango, that's a fact. Just like, um, in any situation, there's their side, your side, and then there's the truth. So it's nuanced, right? But when you go through situations, if you're able to take a step back, whether big or small, and say, well, I contributed to this situation by doing X, Y, and Z, right? If you're able to do that, you are able to move swiftly and learn abundantly, right? You don't get stuck in situations. And going back to Morgan and Ben, I feel like Morgan and Ben said the same thing in one of his like little confessionals, that he hopes that Morgan is able to forgive him so that doesn't get stuck inside her and fester. And I don't know if she's going to be able to do that. Maybe when she watches the show back, she'll see how stuck she really is. Um, but yeah, you have to be able to you have to be able to look inward and forgive, right? So back to Miguel and Lindy. Lindy, so Miguel is all of that, right? All those things that I named, not all of that, but all those things that I named. And then Lindy, you can see, you can see uh, that she has a dark side. Who else was talking about dark side this episode? I just had like I don't remember. But you can see that Lindy has a real, was it Mitch? I don't remember. But you can see Lindy has a real dark side, like where she gets aggressive, she gets snappy, she gets abrasive, she gets uncomfortable to deal with, and Miguel ain't feeling it. She don't think before she speaks. She just goes, and she doesn't care how Miguel feels about it, and it don't seem like she care about how anybody feels about it. And it seems like the people around her experience that as well. What I found weird was when Miguel was sitting down with her friend. Was it just me? Y'all drop down in the comments and let me know. Was it just me? But it didn't seem like that was like a friend. It seemed like she was real not on, she was not on Lindy's side in my opinion. Every person has good and bad in them, right? That friend seemed like she doesn't like her. Like she when you love somebody like your friend, you talk even the bad things about them, you talk about them in a positive way. You know what I'm saying? And the friend just didn't seem real friendly to me. I was just like, and their interaction, Miguel and the friend, I don't know, it seemed too close to me. It just it I was looking at the screen like, who is this girl? Definitely not your friend Lindy. I wouldn't holler at her again. She got insides of some sort of like unspoken something against you, girl. Shouldn't have like you like that. Um, but yeah, so next episode we're gonna see some fireworks between Miguel and Lindy. Lindy is still at the mouth, and Miguel is like, "You're not gonna talk to me like that, little girl. I am a grown man. I am your man. I am your husband. You're not gonna talk to me like that." Um, and that's basically what Miguel said when he was talking to, I think they talked to Dr. Pepper, and he said he felt like it's unsustainable for him in the long run. And I agree. Like, no, they was talking to not Doctor, Pastor Cal. He said, Miguel said he feels like the interactions with them and when Lindy is like more aggressive, it's unsustainable for him to deal with in the long run. Dr. Cal said, well, how often do you have like your really big blow ups? I think she said something like twice in the last 10 years. Okay, that's a good track record. But I don't know what it looks like those two times when you have those outbursts, because what we've seen on the show to me is very harsh. I think that when you're in a relationship, you have to be very aware of how you talk to your partner. I don't think that you should be aggressive. Like, even through arguments, you guys can argue, you can fuss, you can do whatever you want, but I think it should still be respectful where your partner feels loved and cared for. Um, and I think every woman deserves that and every man deserves that. Like, you do not have to be like belittled or screamed at or feel like scared to say something because this person is going to react negatively. Um, yeah, so back to that self awareness thing, I think Lindy needs to maybe see herself on TV and then maybe she'll say, okay, you know what? I need to find a way to change. And for me, I'm a big advocate for therapy. So I'm going to always say therapy because in therapy, you're able to talk things out. You're able to identify and find patterns and the root of these patterns and grow and get better. Um, therapy has changed my life. So I'm going to always say if you've never tried therapy, you need to try it. Is it for everyone? Maybe not. But if you haven't tried it to see, you need to try, okay? You need to try. So overall, I think this was a really good episode. I hope I didn't miss anything. Let me just double check over my notes really quickly. Yeah, accountability. That's my biggest thing for this season. Accountability. Like, please be accountable. Please be accountable. So, anyways, that's all I got for you guys. I can't wait till next week. I really can't wait. How they show at the end of the episode, what happens next. I was just like, my mouth wide open. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so you know when I post another video or when I go live. I thank you all for watching my video today. I hope you liked it. Give me some feedback in the comments if you did or if you didn't. I welcome all feedback. I hope you guys have an amazing Thursday. Positively.